Well, hello, Move Easy Movers. Welcome to Move Easy Yoga with Kathy. Today is May 13th, 2023, or whatever day you're watching this YouTube video. Today's focus is going to be on legs, some back, and some hips. We are going to need a chair, not only to rest our legs on, but also to do a back stretch later, and a block. And you'll want something to support your head. We'll do a sideline pose at one point. So, and whatever you rest your head on when we're doing the occipital ridge stretch. So that being said, let's go ahead and start. We're going to start with our legs up on a chair, a 7-minute static rest. You want to put your legs on the chair. Your hips are in neutral. So you have your natural curve. Make sure that your legs should be at a 90-degree angle. You want to breathe normally. Just bring yourself, your awareness into your yoga space. And we're going to be here for 7 minutes. Okay, 7 minutes is up. Stay where you are. And slowly move your head from right to left. And if you choose, you can press your tongue, roll your tongue under the roof of your mouth to stretch under your neck. But let's roll our head back and forth about 6 times. Okay. Now we're going to do vagus nerve reset. Excuse me. And you're all familiar with this. Your head is facing forward and it doesn't move. Just your eyes move. So we start on the right. So you move just your eyes to the right. We want to activate the vagus nerve that goes down the side of our head. And move just your eyes to the right. And wait for a sigh, swallow, gulp, or yawn. If you're new to doing this, it may take a while. If, like me, you've been doing it for a while, it comes right away. All I have to do is think about it, and I'll yawn. And then once you've done that, your head is still forward. Move your eyes to the left. Just your eyes. Wait for that sigh, swallow, gulp, or yawn. Now go ahead and do this 2 times on each side without my cueing. And I'll give you a couple of minutes. Go ahead and finish up. The next thing we're doing is head ramping. You can keep your head on whatever support you have, or you can put something else under there. Set of therapy balls, a sponge ball. The idea behind this is to stretch the occipital ridge. We're always looking down at our devices, phones, iPads, computers. And what we want to do is reverse that. So the occipital ridge is that bony area runs along your scalp between your ears. And what we're doing is we are pushing that away from our body. Now you can do this sitting up. You can do this lying down. If you're lying down, of course, you're pressing it towards the floor. If you're sitting up, you're pressing it towards the back wall. You're pressing that ridge, the back of your neck, away from your body. So you press and hold. Now your chin comes along, but it's mostly the back of your neck that you're focusing on, the occipital ridge. And release. We'll do this 3 more times. Press, hold, and release. Press, hold, and release. Press, hold, and release. You can actually do this anytime, standing in line at the grocery store, sitting in a meeting. It's not that noticeable, and it's a good exercise to do. Okay. The breathing exercise we're going to do today is Viloma breathing. I know that's a favorite of Via's. So basically, we're taking in a full lungful in 3 steps. So you inhale 1/3 of your capacity of your lungs, hold for a second, inhale another 1/3, hold for a second, and then inhale to full capacity, and then a normal exhale. So inhale, 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 normal exhale. Inhale, 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 exhale. Inhale, 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 exhale. One more time. Inhale, 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 exhale. Okay, good. Good, good. Okay, we're going to do the vacuum. Now, you can keep your legs up on a chair if you choose. I choose to have my legs extended. And if that's the case, just move away from your chair or couch or push the chair away. Now, with the vacuum, we're taking a normal breath, not an extended breath, just a normal breath. And then when we exhale, we're exhaling everything out of our lungs. And we are pressing our back flat against the floor. So our belly button is being pressed towards the floor for the count of 10. And then and the count of 10 is with empty lungs. And then we let go. We'll do this about 3 times. So take a normal breath and exhale all the way out. Flatten your back, press your belly button towards the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale. What we're doing is we're trying to strengthen our pelvic floor here. So give it a minute for your breath to go back to normal. So if you're anything like me, you'd be panting for just a minute. Take a normal breath, normal inhale, and exhale all the way out. Press your back against the floor. Press your belly button down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Give yourself a minute for your breath to come back. We'll do this one more time. A normal inhale and exhale all the way out. Flatten your back, press your belly button down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale. Oh. Okay. Good job, guys. Now go ahead and come up to a sitting position. Take your time. We're actually going to try something a little different today. We're going to do our regular warm-up. Pardon me, my glasses get foggy. But I've been taking this class recently from Terry, and she does something that I really like doing. So we're just going to do it for a minute. It is also a breathing exercise, but it's also, I don't know, I think of it as self-love. So what we're going to do is a normal inhale and exhale on the, okay. On the inhale, you say to yourself, I love you, and then your name. So it's not, I love you, Kathy. It's, I love you, your name. And then on the exhale, I'm listening. So inhale, I love you. Exhale, I'm listening. Inhale, I love you. Exhale, I'm listening. Inhale, I love you, your name. Exhale, I'm listening. We've been doing that in her class, and I really like it. So we're going to do our regular stretches that we do to warm up. So we start with the side bend. So you slide your hand along the mat. Other hand comes up and over. Oh, wow. You know, I got a couple of shots this week when I went to the doctor. My arms are still sore. So the other arm is up and over. Keep both sits bones on the floor. Now lower your upper arm till it's parallel to the floor. Reach for that corner, that wall. Should feel a different stretch down your back, down your side. Very good. Arm up, torso up. Okay, other side. Slide your hand along the mat. Other arm comes up and over. Both sits bones are on the floor. Just go as far as is comfortable for you. You may find that one side you can move further than the other. Now lower your arm till it's parallel to the floor and stretch. Feel that stretch. Okay, arm up, torso up. Good job. Now we'll do the spine rotation. Let's go ahead and switch our legs. So this is also a 40-second hold. So left hand on right knee, right arm is behind you on your fingertips, spider fingers. Rotate your spine. Look to the right. Now you can move your head back and forth if you choose. You can move your rib cage back and forth if you choose, or stay stationary and just be aware of where you're feeling this and how good it feels. It's just a gentle rotation. Come on to the front. We'll do the other side. Right hand on left knee, left arm behind you. Rotate. Your back is straight. Your shoulders are back. Again, you have your options with your head and your rib cage. All right, come on around. Good job. And for our circles, we're going to do the torso circle, but we're going to do it with our arms up in cactus position. For me, I have found that it helps me keep my back straight, my shoulders back when my arms are up like this. So we're going to do the circles first one way and then the other with arms up. So just circle around. And then we'll switch direction in just a few seconds. 22 to be exact. Keep your back straight. If it's better for you, you can put your arms behind and do it this way. It's just the focus is to keep your shoulders back. Okay, now we're going to do the other way. Change direction. You can make the circles as large or as small as works for you. You know, they always call this cactus arms. I think of it as the hold up position. Being held up. 5 seconds. Okay, good job, guys. Let's see, what else do I have here? Okay, so now we're going to do some sideline things, and this is also something new. So I'm going to demonstrate it for you and then give you your options. So you want something to support your head, a yoga blanket, pillow, a block, you know, whatever works for you. And everything is lined up, shoulders, hips, feet. Now, this first movement, again, I will show it to you and then I will give you options. So we take our upper arm and hold our leg with it. And then the leg goes back. And if you can, hold your ankle or your pant leg or whatever and hold the leg back. So I'm tilted, but this is how it looks. So it comes forward and the leg goes back. Now, if you can't reach your foot with your leg, that's okay. Just move it back as much as you can. I'm getting a cramp in my leg. That's why I'm waving it around like this. Okay. Hold on here. All right. So the leg comes forward. The leg goes back. The leg comes forward. The leg goes back. Now, if you can hold on to your foot, that's great. But if you can't, just forward and back. The knee is bent. Forward and back. And forward and back. One more. Forward and back. Okay, Good job. The next one are just basic leg lifts. So your legs are straight. The leg comes up. Now we don't want to engage the hip at this point, so it doesn't come up all the way. Just when you feel your hips start to engage, that's when you stop, and then come on down. Your foot can be flexed, or you can just let it droop. Leg comes up, leg comes down. Two more, because I just lost count. It's hard to count and talk at the same time. Okay. Now this next movement is similar to something we have done previously in sideline, but it's not quite the same. So your legs are bent. The upper leg comes straight forward and then goes just back till it's in line with the rest of the body. Your foot is flexed. So straight forward and then back. The lower leg can be bent or it can be straight. Bent gives you more support. So the leg is straight forward and you're at a 45-degree angle, or as far as you can, and then just back, and do not go back, just straight in line with your hips. Straight forward. Just that far. Okay, one more. Okay. Now we're going to flip to the other side so we can do the other leg. Okay. So this first movement, your legs are bent, everything's lined up. Ankles, knees, hips, shoulders. The leg comes forward. The leg goes back. The leg comes forward. The leg goes back. Forward and back. We want to move slow. So we want our brain to register what we're doing. One more. Okay. Forward and back. Okay, good. Good, good, good. And then leg lifts. Again, your bottom leg can be bent or it can be straight. Scoot it just a little. So the leg comes up. As soon as you feel your hip engage, that's where you stop and then come back down. Up and down. Okay, that's 6. All right. And the third movement is, again, the lower leg can be bent or straight. It goes forward, flex foot, and then comes back till it's even with in line with the body. So forward and back, forward and back. I'll count that as 4, probably off 5. And 1 more. 6. There you go. Okay. All right. Good job. Take a quick breather here. We're going to go to a standing position now. So take your time. Come up to your feet. Now, I have a small room here, so I need to do some adjusting. Okay. So we're standing in good posture. We want to have our feet just a little bit apart, maybe a little bit more than width apart. And this is very often done with weights, but we're not going to use weights today. But it's called the military press. So our arms are out at cactus. And I'm not back far enough. I need a bigger room. Okay. Our arms are out at cactus. And then we go down, bend our legs, bring our hands together. And then go up. And then down. And then up. That's the movement. Make sure your back is straight. Your feet are at angles. They're not straight ahead. They're at angles, 45-degree angles. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. Okay. This next one is your basic triangle. So you want to put a block or something in front of your right foot. You don't have to have something there. That just helps. Again, your feet are a little more than hip width apart. Your arms are out to your sides. Now you want to shift your hips to the left and come down. Reach for that block. You can have your hand on the block. You can have your hand on your leg. If you're flexible enough, and I'm not, you can have your hand on the floor. The other arm, if it's uncomfortable being in the air, you can put it behind you. Your legs are straight. Your pelvis is cocked. Cocked is a bad word, but it's tilted to one side. And then we go ahead and pick up that block as we raise. Transfer it to the other hand. Put it down by your left foot. Excuse me. We're going to do this on the other side now, the left side. Hands out. Everything is lined up. Your pelvis is neutral at this point. Tilt it to the right just a little. Come down. Grab that block. Rest your hand on it. Again, your hand can be up here, and it might be different on this side. Hand can be up here, or it can be behind you if that's easier. Your legs are straight. Your shoulders are back. You don't want to slump into this. I'm not timing this. We're just holding this position for a few seconds. Just be aware of where you're feeling this. And then pick up the block and come on up. Okay, good job.
If you can't reach the block, you could put your hand on a chair or something.
Yes,
I-
I think that's higher. Yeah, you
Yeah, I can't drop that far. So
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No.
Yeah, anything that will help. A couch, a chair.
You could put your hand on something that's higher than a brick, a chair, a shelf.
Yeah.
You know, something.
Absolutely. Yes, adaptation is the way to go. The next thing we're going to do is, and this is something I learned from Terry as well, and I really like it. We're going to use our chair, or you can use a couch for this, just something, or a bookcase, something to hang on to. Oops. So your hands are flat on the chair or whatever it is you're hanging on to. Your legs are back a little ways. Your knees are bent. Your back is straight. You want to pull yourself back, pull your hips back. This is a back stretch. Your back should be flat. Your hips extended. You're facing the floor. This is a really good back stretch. We're going to hold it for a few seconds. And then go ahead and straighten. Now, if you want, you don't have to do this. You can do a forward plank with your arms. So your back, your whole body is straight. And if you want, and I can't do this, you can do a push-up while you're here. That's not happening. And go back to the back stretch. Bend your knees. Extend your hips. I really like this stretch.
When I'm walking and my back something starts to hurt, this is exactly what I do. It's just this, especially this stretch where your back, your butt is way back and your knees are bent. That's
Yes.
exactly what I do to release my back.
Yeah, it's a very good stretch. And then the opposite is, of course, the plank. You can't see my feet, but I'm on the balls of my feet. So that's just a good one I picked up. So our next movement, we're going to be prone. Oh, and speaking of backs, my sister-in-law came over the other day for dinner and she had fallen and she said her lower back hurt. So I put her in that position with the chair that we do at the beginning with the lower back and traction. And I left her there for about 15 minutes. And when she got up, she said her back didn't hurt anymore, which I felt very good about.
So you're talking about static rest with your feet.
The static rest position.
Sure. Static rest.
Yes. And it really seemed to help her. So anyway. So here we go. We are prone on the floor. And we're going to do our back bend. Now, myself, I need a cushion under my forehead. You might need a cushion under your elbows, your knees, your hips, whatever. What we're going to do is we are on the floor with our arms at our sides. We're going to come up with our chest, our head in a head ramping position, palms toward the ceiling, and hold this for 40 seconds, and then come back down. And we'll do this twice. And then we'll come up again and airplane out. And come back down. We'll do that twice. So there'll be 2 40-second holds in each position. So take an inhale to prepare. Timer, sorry. Okay, inhale to prepare. Exhale, come on up. Again, your head is in a head ramping position, so you're pressing your occipital ridge, back of your neck, towards the ceiling. Now, depending on how high you come up, if you feel it in your lower back, lower yourself. You've gone too far. But we just want a gentle curve, preferably the upper back, that we are holding. Again, palms towards the ceiling. Take an inhale and come on down. And do that again. Take an inhale. Exhale. Come on up. Now, if you can, raise yourself a little higher. But again, if you feel it in your lower back, don't do that. This is a good one. This is a good bone building. And the fact that we're holding it is very good for our bones. Take an inhale and come on down. Now we'll do the airplane. Take an inhale, exhale, come up, same position as before. Take an inhale here, exhale, arms out, parallel to the floor. If you need to come down, come on down, and then come back up. Be aware of what's happening in your body. Just checking the time. Inhale and come on down. Okay, one last time with airplane. Inhale, exhale, come up. Inhale, exhale, arms out. And you're flying through the air like Superman. Inhale and come on down. Okay. Now we're going to do the thoracic twist. So our arms are at our sides, or excuse me, not at our sides, out in a T. You can either start on the left or the right. I'm going to start on the left. So look towards the left. And then lift your left leg. Now the idea is you keep both shoulders on the floor. Move your leg around whichever way you choose. Anything from the waist down is good. Touch it on the other side or not. You can just lift it in the air, move it around. Keeping both shoulders on the floor. So just do what you can. You can bend your knee, and flex and point your foot. And come on down. Other side. Look to the right. And it's your right leg now. Up in the air. Touch on the other side. Get those shoulders down. And draw a circle or a figure 8. And come on down. Okay. All right. We've got a couple of minutes. So before we go to our next pose, I like to, after we've done these back bends, I like to bend my back the other way. So ancient prayer stretches out the back. Your knees can be apart. And just relax into it. This part feels really good on the part that we just stretched. Not to mention it's a good stretch for your shoulders. So you pull your hips back as far as you can, hands as far as you can forward, and just relax into it. Okay. Now we're going to come up to tabletop. Now you can either be on your hands, or you can be on your elbows, or you can put something under your hands to help with if you have rest issues. So we have our knees under our hips, our hands are under our shoulders. We're going to do leg raises. Start on the right. So your right leg slides along the floor and comes up, and then lower, and then up, lower, up. Try to keep your hips even. You have a tendency to lean to the left when you do this. Try not to do that. I do that. So we want our hips to be even. 2 more times. Up and up. Okay, bring it back. Okay, take a breath. Now, again, we are straightening the leg and pulling it to the side. And then to the back. And then to the side. Back. Side. And then one last one. Back. Side. Back. Back to the beginning. Okay. Now this next movement is your bent leg comes in, your bent leg goes out. So you pull it in and you extend it. It stays at the same angle. There we go. All right. Now the other leg. So slide along the mat, raise it, up, and, and, All right. Do you hear my knee crack there? They always do that. Okay. Now, next movement is your leg is back. Move it to the side and back to the side, back, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. And the last one. Now, if you need to take a break, go ahead and shake out your hands. I know I do. Should have done that before I switched legs. Okay, one last one. Bent knee forward, bent knee back. Bent knee forward, bent knee back. 3, 4, 5, 1 more, 6. Okay. Good job, guys. That was quite a workout. Go ahead and get into position for Yoga Nidra. Make sure you are comfortable and warm and or cool enough. I want to put something over your eyes. If you're in a cool spot, maybe under a blanket. This is your relaxation time. I'm going to guide you through different parts of your body. I want you to focus on these parts without moving them. Allow your awareness to flow to these points, again, without moving them. We'll begin with your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Observe your abdomen as it rises and falls with the gentle flow of your breath. Now bring your awareness to the center of your eyebrows, the center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This concludes the 61-point guided meditation. Begin to wiggle and stretch. Stretch your legs out if they're bent. Stretch your arms above. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch one side and then the other. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. First one way and then the other. Now, bring your right knee to your chest and hold it there for just a minute. Thank you, knee, for all you do. Straighten that leg out and hold your left knee to your chest. Thank you, knee. And straighten that leg out. Now, both knees up to your chest. And hug them both. Rock back and forth. Feel that massage on your back. And when you're ready, go ahead and face the camera, roll towards the camera using your lower arm as a pillow for your head support. And this is our gratitude minute. We're going to take just a moment here to thank ourselves for showing up today and doing this for ourselves, our bodies, our cells. I'm sure your cells thank you as well. And I thank you. And it's just nice to have just a couple of moments to just rest and feel grateful. When you're ready, come on up to sitting. Change your view to gallery so you can see everyone. I'm going to remove my spotlight. Might want to unmute yourself. Hands to your heart. I just want to thank you for coming and moving with me today, and I hope you all have a beautiful day. And Arvin, have a safe trip back.
Thank you. Thank you.
And let's end the class by saying to each other, Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy.
Love you all.
Good class.
Great
See you next
class.